Senior Living on Location is produced by Senior Living Media, celebrating seniors in our community.
Who said retirement is boring? It's anything but for this couple. Barb and Dave Rees decided to make retirement everything it should be, an adventure.
Duck.
Duck. Quack, quack.
Quack.
When Dave retired from his job at the Powell River Mill, they decided it was time to do what they've always wanted to do, travel across Canada. But with a nearly empty bank account, the challenge was figuring out how they could travel and sustain themselves. The entrepreneurial couple came up with the idea of selling driftwood and blackberry jam at flea markets and farmers markets along their journey to cover travel expenses.
So we said what we would do is we would load a bunch of stuff into our old motorhome, our 1977 motorhome, and we would work our way across Canada.
Well, I took driftwood with me. I worked for a lady that sold driftwood to England, and then I got the idea, well, if she can sell it to England, I can sell it across Canada.
And their creativity didn't stop there. Along the way, Barb started writing about their experiences, and as a result, Barb is now a successful self-published author.
In 2001, I wrote my first book, Lessons from the Potholes of Life, and so that is the book, and that was 26 stories from my life every time I, fell in the pothole and learned a diamond lesson and learned it all over again like we do in life, eh? And so then we took that book across with us in our first trip in 2003 when we went all the way to Prince Edward Island. That trip produced another book, produced the first RV Canada book, which was RV Canada on a Dime and a Dream. So that book we then took across Canada in 2007. Their dream then was to get all the way to Newfoundland, so which we did. And that trip produced the next book, which is RV Canada with Boo, the menopausal van. And then in 2009 we said, we haven't seen North Country yet. So we did. So that produced the last book, RV Canada's Far North on a Dream. And then this year, we just finished another Western tour that took us up to Churchill, Manitoba to see the polar bears. So that will be a new book in 2013.
Barb's books not only tell their story about their RVing adventures, but they also contain anecdotes about the lumps and bumps they faced along the way, a bit of historical research and information on various locations, tips, and checklists for RV travel, highlights of the best places to see and eat, resources and tourism information. And they weren't kidding about RVing on a dime.
We made $35 in one day. Woohoo, we can keep going now. We have $35 for gas and food.
Barb and Dave Rees are an ambitious, young senior couple that have not let money stand in the way of their retirement dreams. This couple has proven that you don't need to be rich to travel. Just big dreams, a lot of faith, and a little luck.
Anybody can do this. You just have to have the courage to say, I'm going to go do this, and it doesn't matter if I got a lot of money. I'm going to go do it anyways before it's too late. And, if you don't have enough money, then get creative and make money. Robert Schuller, his quote took us all the way across Canada the first time, and it says, you don't have a money problem, you have an idea problem. And we put that poster up on our wall, and we have held on to that thought for all of our trips, because we don't really have enough money to keep a rig on the road for 4 months. But if you believe that it's not the money that's the problem, you've got to get creative and start using your head and think of something, the money will always come.
Now, if you're not ready to track Barb and Dave across Canada, you can always get in touch with them through their website, right2dream.com. Barb's books are also advertised through the RV Times if you'd like to read up and try your own adventure, one province at a time.